Hi. Hi, everybody. I am Shonda Miles. I wanted to talk to you today about how long you should wait after you graduate before you should take the CPC exam. So this question came up this weekend. I saw some students who had, graduated a long time ago. I'm taking their CPC exam for the very first time. And so, interesting question, So, my opinion is if you are getting ready to graduate, it depends on a few things. If your school teaches an APC approved curriculum, that means that they have APC's tests. They use APC's PowerPoints. They use APC's review material for the final final prep. That means that the whole time that you've been in school, or at least part of the time you've been in school. Hi, Carla. Thank you for joining. You've used all of APC stuff, so you have been being prepared, kind of prepped for. Hi, Madeline. Thank you for joining. You've kind of been prepped the whole time with APC's content. And so, of course, we know that the CPC, which is Certified Professional Coder, is an APC test. So we know that everything that they use, will help you, get certified. And so if you're wondering when you should take the test, you should take the test if you're using APC's curriculum, at your school, within 30 days. If you're not using APC's material at your school, like if you're using a step-by-step or another textbook, a HEMA textbook, something like that, you still should have a plan to take it as soon as possible. And so if you're kind of hesitating and you're waiting, I want you to consider this. Have you ever went to take a test and you just wanted to get it over with because you were afraid that you were going to forget something? And so that's kind of the same thing. The longer you wait to take the CPC exam, you're going to forget things. You're going to forget things that you learned in school. You're going to forget things that you studied. So the sooner the better. And so, two, you have to consider on the flip side, if you were not a good student. So let's just be honest. If we are busy, we've kind of let life get in the way while we're in school, and we didn't study, we didn't complete the homework, we didn't prepare adequately for the test. Then that's kind of a different story. You couldn't actually graduate and then prepare to take the test, because no matter what, and I've seen it over and over again, I've seen students who fail 7 times, who fail 10 times, and the reason why is they've skipped the process, they've skipped the homework, they've skipped the preparation, and there's no shortcut. You can't get past it. If you are not a good coder, if you're not adequately prepared, you will not be able to pass the CPC exam. And so you have to prepare. So if you got to kind of take an assessment of yourself. Did you actually prepare for the test? Did you actually prepare when you were in school? Did you study? Did you do your homework? Did you do study the anatomy? Did you study medical term? Did you study just enough to pass a test? Because if you only did enough to pass the test, then you're going to have trouble, studying for the CPC exam. So my kind of gauge is this, 30 days if you use APC stuff and you're a good student. If you were not a good student, you got to make up the time. You can't shortcut the time. So you can look at probably 3 to 6 months of studying. So ideally 3 months, kind of gauge and see where you are. Of course, the practice test, and hopefully you're taking practice tests, it will help you gauge to see where you are. And that's important. When you're taking the practice test, are you passing? Are you getting an 80, an 85, 90? Because that'll help you know, are you ready? If you're making 50s and 40s and 30s, you're not ready for the test. Hi, Claudia. Thank you for joining. So you got to make sure that you're preparing. You got to see where you are by doing the practice exams. The practice exams will tell you exactly where you are. And then that should be a gauge. So if you're scoring 50%, thank you. If you're scoring 50% or lower, you got to kind of give yourself time, like maybe 90 days. If you're scoring 60, 70, you could probably give yourself 30, 45 days. But that's the true indication. But if you were not a good student, you got to realize that you cannot shortcut the process. You'll take the CPC exam over and over again and will not pass it because you have to go back and adequately prepare. So make sure you're preparing so that you can be ready for the CPC exam. I forgot to introduce myself, so let me do that. I'm Shonda Miles. I am a medical coding coach and consultant. I help coders who want to get some type of certification, whether that's a HEMA or APC. I have 17 years experience as a coder, auditor, inpatient and outpatient, and I have 6 medical coding certifications. So that's kind of what I do. I hope this helps you and answers your question about the person that asked me this question and who I've kind of seen this weekend with the same problem. Do you have any CPC prep books and materials to help them? I do. Thank you for asking, Carla. I actually have a class coming up December 15th, 8 to 9:30. It's 90 minutes. It's really so that, medical coding students who have questions about certification and how they can pass the exam and things that they should know before they take the exam. And that they can sign up for that. It's like dirt cheap, $17 up into the class. It's they can go to bit.ly/get CPC 18. Again, that is bit.ly/get CPC 18. And so it's it's bit.ly/get CPC 18. And so that's the link. It's a 90-minute class, and it'll probably go over, I'm sure. But it's to help give coding students or people who are getting ready to take the certification exam kind of tips and strategies on, how to pass the CPC exam, kind of the most missed concepts, top concepts. Thank you, Carla. Most missed concepts for students or graduates who are looking to take the CPC exam. So it's important. You have to have a plan, and we'll kind of talk about that. You need to have some strategies. You don't just need to go into the test blind, and you certainly don't need to wait a year after you've graduated before you take the test. That is catastrophic. You want to have a plan before you graduate, and if you've already graduated, you want to kind of see where you are as far as assessments, but you want to do it as soon as possible. You only have a year anyway to take the test, but you don't want to waste time. You want to go ahead and take it. So I hope this helps you. I hope you will go and get certified. Sign up for the class, the master class, how to get certified. How to pass the CPC exam the first time. That's what that master class will be, December 15th, 8 to 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. The link is in the description there. You'll see it, bit.ly/get CPC 18. So I hope to see you there. Thank you.